When we see about the social cause, this is the next point. France during that time, that period, had been following a feudal system of government which had a three estate. First was clergy, second was nobility, and third was the middle class, the working class. You have studied ninth, we are going through it quick. So the first two estates had privileges. Main privileges were that they didn't have to pay any tax. They had all the wealth and all the power, and then they didn't have to pay any tax. Plus, they had the right to impose tax on the third estate. The first two estates were minority, and the majority was third estate, which was 97% of the people who had no wealth. They had to pay all the taxes. The privileges of clergy and nobility was hereditary. That means it's handed over from family to family, means parent or father to the son. And the third estate were unhappy about it because they had to bear all the taxes and they had no privileges, no right to vote, etc. So this social system actually was one of the reasons for French Revolution. Again, another important change happened during that time was industrialization. Industrialization created a new growing middle class in the third estate. It was due to the fact that there were people who were working in factories or in industries, so there was a working class there who was growing. And then, due to the industrialization, the production increased rapidly, and they couldn't find enough market in the locality to sell their produce, which in turn produced another class, a middle class, who were traders, overseas traders or merchants, who were literate and had a broader view because they were traveling to different regions and countries. So this middle class, they were facing so much problem in their business because France at that time was having a guild system, which is like a local government, local administrative system. Each guild or each region had their own dialect spoken, they had their own administrative systems, they had individual customs and levies, they had different weight and measures. So their business was difficult because of all these measures which were in place. They wanted to change it, but their ideas had no voice in ruling of the country, which made them unhappy for sure. They really wanted to have their own share in the power of administration, and they wanted to have their own share of wealth, and then they wanted to increase their business. So this growing middle class, which was unhappy, was one of the major reasons for French Revolution to start in 1789. So all these reasons, as we said, political reasons, social reasons, economic reasons, and the role of the middle class contributed to the French Revolution. French Revolution started with the storming of Fort Bastille, which was a prison. This was a symbolic event than of any significance. It was a symbol of striking against a dominant empire or destruction of empire. The fort was hated by everyone because it was seen as a symbol of monarchy, and they just destroyed it as in a symbolic way, destroying the regime. They demolished the fort and killed the governor or the person who was administrating it. And this was the beginning of French Revolution. Now, next we will be going to find what were the contributions or the result of French Revolution, which is a very important topic for you in line with your board exams. So let us concentrate more on the next part of this presentation.